Okay, in this video, we are going to relate our negative and positive numbers to money and debt, and we're going to use money and debt examples. So we have Miss Pyra, and she is wanting to buy tickets for a concert. She has earned $135, and each ticket cost $50. So that first of all, there's a lot of information given in this problem, so I really want to break it down. So some key parts that I realized before we even read the questions, I want to understand what has the information that has been given to me first. Okay, so she wants to buy 3 tickets. So let's not miss this piece. Okay, she wants to buy 3 of them, and each ticket costs $50. Okay, so if you have to buy 3 tickets, you're going to have to add up that 53 times because you're purchasing 3 of them, and each of them costs $50. So that could be 50 plus 50 plus 50. Or another way to shortcut that would be 3 times 50. And so her tickets are going to cost her $150. So that means that she has to pay $150 to get those tickets. And then something else in the problem that I picked up on is that she has earned 135. So let's take care of these vocabulary words that are inside of this problem. So if something costs something, you are paying that amount. If you have earned $135, that is money that you have and that you are able to spend. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, it's also key to know. So if she has earned 135, this is the money that she has. So she has 135. Does she have enough money to purchase these tickets currently? So she has 135 in her bank account and the tickets cost $150 total. She doesn't have enough, which is why the problem goes on to say that she borrows the rest of the money that she needs from a bank and buys the tickets. So how can we represent the amount of money that Pyra has after buying the tickets? So she's borrowing the money from the bank, but I'm sure, as your parents would tell you, the bank doesn't just give out money for free. You're going to have to pay that money back. So here's some things that I looked at. So the tickets are costing $150. She has $135. Okay, but she has to borrow this money from the bank. So first, we need to figure out how much money short is she. So there's a couple ways to look at it. You can do 135 minus 150 and get that number, or 150 minus 35, and then just know that that number has to be represented as a negative. So she is $15 short. Whenever I did 150 minus 35, that's $15. But remember, she borrowed that money from the bank. So this is money that she has to give back. So she borrowed this amount from the bank. So she borrows $15 from the bank. And my question is saying, how can I represent this amount of money that Pyra has after buying the tickets? So she doesn't have this money to spend. So yes, I mean, like, she spent it, but she, like I keep saying, she borrowed it. It's something that she has to give back. So she doesn't have this $15 sitting in her bank account that she can just go and buy a pair of earrings or something. She's going to have to pay that back. So how can we represent money that you have to give back to somebody? And that's going to be a negative. So we're going to represent this as a negative $15. Okay, and this negative sign means money that she owes or she has to pay back. Like, this is not money that she can physically spend in her bank account. Okay, so how much more money will Pyra need to earn to pay back the money she borrowed from the bank? So we kind of just answered that question. If she borrowed $15 back, she's going to have to make that $15 to pay back the bank. So she's going to have to earn $15 more. She's going to have to earn the $15. How much money will she have after she pays back the bank? After she pays back the money she borrowed from the bank. So if she's in debt 15, she pays them 15. Now what does she have in her bank account? She's down to nothing. Okay, so let me write that down again. So she owes them $15. I'll keep my same colors going on. So she owes them $15. That's represented by the negative. Okay, she earns $15 and she pays them back. So if you think of money and you owe somebody $15 and they give you that $15 back, you now owe them nothing. Okay, so she doesn't owe the bank anything after she happens to pay them back, unless they did interest, but that's going into a different grade level and a different topic. But so she is going to have $0 if she only earned enough, obviously, to pay them back. So she's going to have $0 in her bank account after that. Okay, so new set of questions. At the beginning of the month, Kieran had $24 in his school cafeteria account. Used a variable. So a variable is a letter. I'm going to use X because that's the variable that, mathematicians love to use. So we're going to use X as a variable to represent the unknown quantity in each transaction below, and write an equation to represent it. Then represent each transaction on a number line. What is the unknown quantity in each case? Okay, so first, as I read this problem, I noticed that she started out with $24. So that is a key piece of information. So before we read number one, I know that she has $24 sitting in her school cafeteria account that she can spend. Okay, so in the first week, she spent 16 on lunches. So she has $24. Okay, and then a key word here is the number that she spent. So she has, let me use red. No, let's use purple. Okay, so in the first week he had spent. So spending means that like money is being taken off of that account. It's being subtracted from that account because this is money that you're taking away. So I'm going to represent that with subtraction. So he's spending $16. Okay, and then my question says, how much is in his account then? So that is equal to X. Variables are information I do not know. So that's the unknown quantity is how much he has left based on my information. So 24 minus 16 is $8. So X is equal to 8. And he has $8 left in his account. Okay. Then he deposited some more money and his account balance was $28. Okay, so let's use this $8 that he has left because this is like a running total. Okay, so he has $8 currently sitting in his school cafeteria account. Okay, then he deposited some more money. Okay, did it tell us how much money he deposited? No, it just says that he deposited more money. And if you think of a deposit, you're putting in. So you are adding to, you're depositing something. So he's adding money to his account. It did not tell us how much money he added. And then it said that his account balance was 28. So that means that his account now equals $28. Okay, how much did he deposit? So that's a key right here that piece was unknown. That piece of information was not given, which is why I have my variable here. So if I think mentally for a moment, 8 plus something equals 28. 8 plus 20. So he deposited $20. Just ignore that I. He deposited $20. Okay, but this is the amount that he has in his bank account. So this number right here is what I'm going to use to start up the next problem. Okay, then he spent $34 on lunches next week. So he deposited 20. Yes, we know that, but it says right here his account balance is 28. So I got to start off the next problem with $28. Okay, then it says he spent 34. Spending means subtracting that money out of his account. Okay, and I messed up my colors. It'll be okay. Okay, how much money was in his school account then? So that's X. I do not know the information. So then 28 minus 34. First of all, does he have enough money in that account to be spending $34? No. So there's going to be a negative balance in here. Okay, so, and that I was right. So his negative balance is $6. So he owes that cafeteria $6 because he did not have enough to spend 34 if he only had 28. Okay. So his account is at negative $6. Okay, so he starts off problem number 4 in negative $6 in his account. Then he deposited enough money to pay off his debt. Okay, so if you think of depositing enough money and you're paying off somebody's debt, that means that your total is coming out to $0. So you don't owe that person anymore. So let's think of opposites and then also on a number line. So I'm going to visualize this one real quick. So if you're down here and you're at -6 and you want to pay somebody off. So you don't owe them any more money. Okay. That means that you owe them $0. Okay. So you're in debt $6 right here. You're going to have to pay them $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6 to get yourself out of debt. So he has to pay him 6. And then notice that there are opposites. So a -6 and a +6 are opposite of each other. And we're going to get into that more tomorrow. But this is a good lead way into tomorrow's lesson. That -6 plus 6, you're getting yourself out of debt. And I could have also done a vertical number line to represent that as well. So anyways, he has to pay them $6. So how much did he deposit? He had to deposit $6 to break even to his $0. Okay. Explain why it makes sense to use negative numbers to represent Kieran's account balance when he owes money. So I thought of his account being below 0. Okay, he didn't have enough. So his account got below $0. He didn't have enough money. Okay, and he needs to pay them back. So we're going to represent all of those things with a negative number.